Often when we get invited to an evening event, we don't have time to take off all our makeup and start from scratch. My name is Tricia and I'm founder and MD of Look Fabulous Forever, and we have a range of makeup specifically formulated for older eyes, faces and lips. In this video, we show you how to go from day to evening by adding some lovely colour to your eyes, cheeks and lips, and this creates drama and glamour. So for this video, our model is Josephine, and she's happy for me to tell you that she's 63, and our makeup artist is Linda. So for our evening look, Josephine is going to have a much stronger lipstick. She's been wearing Pink Pop, which is a very pretty true pink during the day. So she's going to take that off and she's going to apply something a little bit stronger for her evening look. So for Josephine's day into evening makeup, Linda's starting with the eye makeup. During the day, all that Josephine has been wearing on her eyes is some eye primer, which has covered some of the discoloration on her lids, and some mascara. Because she wants to look more glamorous, Linda is going to use various eyeshadows to create a more dramatic look. So she's starting with the Charcoal Eye Shade and Wedge Brush number 8, and she's just pushing that shadow into the base of Josephine's eyelashes. Now Linda is using our Cream Eye Shade. Remember, all our eye shades are very matte, so this is not about adding any shine or shimmer, it's about adding a bit of lightness into that inner corner. So can you see the effect of having that cream eye shade just on that inner third of the eye? Really opens Josephine's eyes up beautifully. So the third eye shade is going to be Soft Grey. Josephine has blue eyes and grey hair, and she is cool toned. That means that she really suits colours like pale grey, black, navy, pinks, all shades of pink, from a dusky pink to a really bright, vibrant pink. So can you see there that where Linda has applied the soft grey is over the other 2/3 of Josephine's eyelids, and then she's taken it slightly higher and above the socket line. So the final shade that Linda is using is the Aubergine. This is quite a dark purpley colour. Don't get freaked out by that notion. You'll see just how beautifully it works with everything else that Linda has applied to the eyelid. And this is going to be applied just on that outer third of the eye. So Linda's now taking a clean eye shade brush. This is our brush 7, and she's just working that in and making sure that it's perfectly blended. So the effect of those 4 eye shades together is just to create, as I said, drama and also a real lovely opening up of the eye area, and Josephine's eyes look gorgeous, very big. And now using Wedge Brush 8 again, a small amount of Charcoal Eye Shade underneath the eyes at that outer edge. Josephine has obviously been wearing mascara during the day, and it's sometimes a bit difficult to apply a second or third coat of mascara on top of the one that you applied first thing in the morning. But If you do so, then you can add an extra thickness, an extra layer of thickness to the lashes, and just gently stroke the mascara on. Bottom lashes first. I would say, however sparse your bottom lashes are, always apply a little bit of mascara, because it just always improves the look of the eye. And then of course on the top as well. So no need to take your mascara off if you've been, as I said, if you haven't got very much time to get ready for the evening and you've been busy all day. You can add some shadows, as Linda has shown you, and then you can just add this second or third coat of mascara to your lashes. So having completed the evening look on the eyes, we're now going to just make sure that the face makeup is as good as we can get it. And Josephine is already wearing a base. She's had it on all day, but because she applied it over a face prime, it's managed to stay in place and still looks pretty fresh. However, she's now going to just add a touch more base and some conceal underneath the eyes to ensure that any darkness there is camouflaged as effectively as possible. Again, we're talking about evening light here, and if you are in an evening light, then that's sometimes quite forgiving. However, a touch of concealer and a little bit of extra base, particularly underneath this eye area, will always improve the way that you look. So applying it with our brush 4 and using the warmth from your fingers just to pat it in and make sure that it's fully absorbed into the skin. Now a lovely product for an evening look, which is our Fabulous Light. It's a highlighter, and you can see where Linda is putting it onto Josephine's brow bones. Earlier in the day, Josephine made her face up using our brow shape to give definition to her eyebrows. And this highlighter, which is called Fabulous Light, is brilliant in evening light because it just catches, you can see how it just catches the light in the prettiest way possible and completes the eye makeup really beautifully. So just making sure that the brows are nicely groomed. And the other place that you put Fabulous Light is onto the top of the cheekbones. So you can see exactly where Linda is putting it. The point about adding Fabulous Light to your face, brow bones and cheekbones, is that you're creating a kind of contouring effect, and you're literally changing the way that your face looks from a shape perspective. And adding a small amount, as you can see that Linda is doing here, to the top of the nose. You can do it down the centre of the nose, and then just around the mouth is again about shaping. It's about making your nose look slightly thinner. And then when you add lipstick to your mouth, if you've got some highlighter around your lips, again your lipstick looks better. So small amount on the top of the eyebrows. And all of that is creating a very subtle effect. It should be subtle. If you've got sort of white strips on your brow bones and white strips on the top of your cheekbones, that does not look attractive. But this is subtle, and it will catch the light and just make you look prettier. Josephine had blusher applied, or she applied blusher first thing in the morning, but she might need to put a bit more on. Again, nighttime lighting is often quite subtle, so you need to make sure that you've got enough blusher to cope with that. Obviously in daylight or in sunlight, it's a different story. But at night, your face can do with some added colour in the form of extra blush. So Linda's just making sure that now that she's got much heavier eye makeup on, that she's got enough colour in her cheeks to balance that out. And our final touch of glamour is some cherry red lipstick. This is one of our most vibrant, cool colours. Fuchsia is pretty vibrant as well, but I always think cherry red is just a wonderful colour to wear at night. It's so glamorous, and you're going to see how this completes the look in the best possible way. We applied lip primer first thing. I put lip primer around the edges of my lips first thing in the morning to seal them so that my lipstick doesn't feather and bleed into the lines around my mouth. And I don't retouch my lip prime during the day. So even if I'm going out in the evening, I won't bother to put any more lip prime on because it will still be doing its job. It's brilliant stuff. So having applied it once first thing, Josephine can now put this vibrant lip colour on, and she'll know that it will stay looking crisp and sharp at the edges all evening. So I think there we have it. This is just such a pretty look on Josephine. We've really glammed up the eye makeup, made it more dramatic, slightly smoky, but extremely pretty. And then adding that cherry red lip just looks wonderful. So Josephine's ready now to put on her evening outfit. She looks spectacular, and she is going to look absolutely beautiful all evening.